was over 20 years ago now that author J.R.R. Tolkien transported me to a world of elves, orcs and men, amongst many other beasts, in The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit and The Silmarillion. I can still remember just reading chapter after chapter and feeling completely moved, and my imagination just swept away by what he created in his prose. I was disappointed by Peter Jackson's trilogy, mostly because I felt that he missed out on the childlike quality of the written word, which Tolkien was a master of. Regarding The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, music by Bear McCreary, I thought he did an excellent job. He very much tiptoes around a lot of the material that Howard Shore wrote for the films, and so you can sense almost like the seduction of the ring and the fellowship theme, almost they're hinted at, and some of the choral elements are very, very similar. He doesn't go into outright mimicry with it though, to his credit. And so I found the score mostly entertaining. It's a little overlong with some repetitions, but it's an excellent piece of work. In the grand design, I think perhaps there are too many themes. There are some Celtic and Middle Eastern elements which are quite nice and pleasant to listen to. The material for the orcs, a kind of stepwise march, is nothing new and is very much in keeping with what Shaw did for the movies. McCreary is a star on the rise. I wouldn't say he's quite on the threshold of greatness just yet, because there's still a long way for him to go. No one's going to say that he's the next John Williams listening to this. At least I wouldn't think so. There is a transitional phase which a composer goes through when they've paid their dues, when they've come up with something truly transcendent. And this, for some people, was. I've come across many reactions on the internet, but I think perhaps for myself personally, I've found more moving examples. What immediately comes to mind, and this is not just with The Rings of Power but also The Return of the King. I got this for £5 in a charity shop. That's the complete recordings. Little side note there. So ultimately I think, yeah, regarding the John Williams comparison, I think Bear McCreary he's a very good composer, but he's not that good. He's got a long way to go. He can shape melodies, he can create beautiful architecture in his work, but there is something perhaps missing. When I think of truly great transcendent themes in film music, scores such as Dances with Wolves by John Barry comes to mind. Another is Mr. Atlas by Terry Plumery. Yes, this was written for television, but they are very similar in their demands on a composer. So ultimately we have a score in The Rings of Power which definitely tries to reach for the stars and gets most of the way there. I would give The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, 4 out of 5 stars. I certainly enjoyed my time with it, more than I thought I would initially. At first I just found it a little bit too similar to what Shaw did for the movies. And regarding that, I would say check out on Amazon a review by Milo D. Cooper regarding the music for The Lord of the Rings. It's an education, to say the least. For more film and soundtrack reviews, please visit Betty Jo Tucker's website, Real Talk Movie Reviews. On Facebook you can find my pages, Hip-Notic Movie Reviews and Hip-Notic Soundtrack Reviews. I am Richard Jack Smith. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.